Welcome to Coyote Lake Dry Lake Bed. This place is about 5 miles northeast of Joshua Tree National Park from the main entrance. It's a dry lake bed in the Mojave Desert of San Bernardino, California. Coyote Lake is by and far one of the most beautiful spots I've ever camped at in Joshua Tree. Now, it's not totally dry. During the winter, I've heard that it gets as high as 4 feet, even 9 feet, which I seriously doubt, but that's what I was told. Driving through Coyote Lake is a beautiful experience. You have blooming flowers as far as the eye can see. There's so much beauty, there's so much nature and greenery and open space. Unfortunately, bus life possible and Little House on the Highway had to disperse within just a few days of me being out there. I spent about a week and a half by myself before I came across another group of people who had been in the Coyote Lake for about a week. That was AJ, Chris, and Kylie. They had both been camping out in this spot and had invited me over. AJ is what's called a flow master. It's basically someone who juggles, and he's actually really good at it. And he was nice enough to teach me how to juggle as well. Chris and AJ are rock climbers. They're very, very good at it. In fact, that was one of the main reasons why I really wanted to hang out with these two, is because I wanted to learn to rock climb. This is Kylie, and this is her cat. They live in a van together. And try as I might, over and over and over again, I really wasn't that successful, but later on I did get the hang of it a little.
What up, guys?
What's your name? Nobody knows who you are.
I'm Crispy.
Crispy?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Existential Bummer.
What's your Instagram?
Poyancy, P-O-I-A-N-C-Y. I play with balls a lot.
When I first came out here, I originally came out to where the solar panels were at, and I parked over there. And there's a lot of people that parked over there as well, but the problem was there's ants everywhere. And you know, they didn't actually really bother me too much, except for one occasion when I decided it was okay to do yoga right next to them, which was a terrible idea. But once I found that the lake bed didn't have any ants, it was perfect. So just come here, look for the cracks, look for the dry lake bed, and you'll be good to go. One of my biggest pet peeves, and I'm sure you guys already know that by now, is people that leave trash. Now, there's a guy out here who's on a quad, and he just comes out here on his own time to clean up the area, which is so awesome, and I'm sure that he finds lots of great things he can sell. But we still get people that leave their trash, and God, it just, you know, it gets to me. And so, of course, you've got this burn pile here with all of their alcohol and all their shit, and they couldn't just put it in a trash can. No, they had to put it in a pile and then burn it, because that will make it go away, because you can just burn the glass away. And yeah, okay, there's some melted glass, but it's still glass. It's still glass. It's still just shit. And this is obviously not part of Mother Nature. No. Whatever. That just sucks. I hate it. I hate it. So if you make it all the way to the other side, which is if you're starting from the solar panels and you come all the way out over here, this is the eastern side. This is the furthest eastern side you can get to, where you get to these hills here. There's some private property over there, but if you come over here, this is generally the spot where everybody goes to do their four-wheeling. So there's tons of trails right along these hills here that are great for four-wheeling, but you've got that awesome dry lake bed, which is great for all of your off-road fun. And then you've got this beautiful pond right here, which is really nice. It kind of helps keep the area cool, and you've got beautiful greenery everywhere, which is so rare. Now, you will not see greenery anywhere else in Joshua Tree quite like this spot right here. If by chance there's any confusion about what's BLM land and what's private property, well, they've got fencing here. So fences mean you can't pass that, okay? Just in case you were confused about that, because there may be some confusion. But yes, typically there are no signs that say no trespassing. So don't go past the fence. It's that simple. Now, if by chance you would like to know how to get to Coyote Lake, if you head east about 5 miles on the 29 Pine Highway, you'll come across this sign right here, Joshua Tree Lake Camping. Make a left on Sunfair Road, heading north Off to your left, you'll see this patriotic mailbox. Keep heading down that road about 2 miles and you'll come to a white picket fence. Make a right, try to avoid the people standing in the middle of the road for no reason at all. And about another mile or so down the road, you'll know you're going the right way when you hit the solar farm. And it's huge. At this point, it's dirt roads as far as the eye can see. There's awesome 4x4 trails, plenty of places to camp, plenty of places to social distance. It really is the perfect place for free camping. One of the blessings about this particular BLM land is the fact that they have a porta potty right there. They have it strategically placed in pretty much the best spot possible, which is right here in the center of the BLM landish area. Yeah, so I've been dumping my toilet in here every couple of days and it's been awesome, and I don't feel guilty about having to dump like somewhere I probably shouldn't, but really don't have a choice because all of the bathrooms are closed everywhere. So yeah. One of the not so great things about van life right now is the fact that there are no places to get showers. All the showers are closed. There used to be a place over by the Joshua Tree main entrance where you could get showers, but everything is closed now. All gyms are obviously closed. So I have my own personal little elephant bag shower. This thing holds about 5 gallons, but I can get a pretty good long 5-minute shower with about 2.5 gallons, which is awesome. And I gotta tell you, taking a shower outside, there's nothing quite like it. Oh yeah, that feels so good. Now it's time to clean the most important part of the body. Nobody's watching. I'm not jacking off. Oh, yeah, that's good. All right, now it feels clean. That's good. That's good. Whew. All right. Gotta get the back end too. Don't want to miss that shit. Ooh. This lake is massive. There is a huge amount of space to travel around, to explore, and I just had to drive on this dry-bed lake. The first week or so, I was afraid to take that trip because I had seen so many people previously before getting caught in the mud because it had rained just a few days prior. And sometimes you can't tell, even though it's dry on the top, it's still very, very wet on the bottom. But luckily, I was able to drive through the entire thing, and it was actually a lot of fun. Rocks are extremely hard to come by, but I still managed to find some, and I still managed to balance just a couple. So yesterday I was sitting right here at my van. I was actually probably about 10 feet closer, and I was just reading my book, meditating, relaxing, and then this whole like platoon of bees flies right past me, right in between his van and mine. And I was just like, holy shit. I ran over to Chris and I was like, dude, did you hear that? Because you could just hear the bzzz, you know? And he was like, oh yeah, they just came right past me again. I was like, motherfucker. And I just had never experienced that. And then here I come over here talking to AJ, and he shows me a beehive in the chair, right there in that chair. Just a big old thing. It's like millions of them all right there. That's nuts. Now, just so you know, there is a bit of danger here in the sense of there are a ton of anthills out here. And unfortunately, there's so many that the ground has become a bit hollow. And so basically what has happened here is these anthills collapsed inside, and you got this kind of sinkhole right here, and they're kind of strewn all about in different areas. So probably a good idea to just stay away from these areas, but other than that, it's absolutely beautiful. So driving at night, just be careful, go slow, because there are parts where the road just totally cuts off and you can't cross it. And that's actually just a little bit further over there. But there are alternate roads you can take to get around that and have that problem taken care of. It's not the most beautiful mountainous scapes surrounding you. And these aren't really mountains, these are technically hills. But they are really nice, and you can go up on top of those hills and you can camp out there as well. Now, thanks to AJ, this is legit the first time I've ever built my own campfire. I have never, ever really made my own campfire pit before. Even from Boy Scouts, military doesn't teach you anything like that. This was just my first time, and frankly, I'm kind of proud of it. It's pretty good. So usually, like what I like to do at the end of the day, if I get the time, which I think I do, I like to go for a jog. And you know, just I didn't really get my workout in this morning. It was really too warm for that. So I will get in a jog, but I also really enjoy a hot cup of tea before I call it quits for the night. So a nice fire and, you know, tea and a good book. And I'm bummed that the group of people that I just met recently had to take off, but I'm taking off too, and I'm sure I'll run into them again someday. I feel bad for them. I feel bad that that a hive of bees made their home in their chair, and the thing that sucks about it is her paint set was in that chair, so she was very attached to that paint set, and now she's fucked. She can't take it with her. So hopefully they disperse by tomorrow morning, because I'm taking off after that, and we shall see. There was a lot of downtime. I had a lot of alone time to kind of reflect and think about where I'd been and really where I wanted to go next. And with the introduction of COVID, really had put quite a damper on my plans. And at this point I was feeling a bit stuck. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. The desert really is the perfect place to reflect. It's just you. You've got Mother Nature, but she's awful quiet out there. Sometimes you just have to let your inner child out. I have no regrets about this experience. Van life's always going to have a special place in my heart, and I have no intentions of stopping anytime soon. Good chance I will probably not show you any of this. You're not going to see any of it. All kinds of colorful vans over here. I'd say relatively questionable. I'm not sure I would want to park next to that person. There's one. Oh, look at that. Looks like a dangling pair of balls. Typically there are signs that say no trespassing, so ooh, la la la. So one of the things I forgot to mention is you're definitely allowed to have fires out here. Just, you know, be responsible. Got the fucking hiccups. Damn it.